Okay, so usually the boxes questions, or the boxes detail are for the students to read, but since the right to property is very important topic, the debate regarding that, so now let us understand that. Yes. Behind the controversy about the relation between rights and the directive principles, there was one important reason. It In the Constitution originally, there was a fundamental right to acquire, possess, and maintain property. But the Constitution made it clear that property could be taken away by the government for public welfare. Since 1950, government made many laws that limited this right to property. This right was at the center of the long debate over the relation between rights and directive principles. So now they are basically saying that there was already a debate regarding the directive principles and fundamental rights. जब उनके बीच में clash हो रहा है, then what will happen? And there was this whole debate regarding the right to property. So basically, there was originally a fundamental right, that was right to property, which actually said that one can acquire, possess, and maintain property. Okay, and but however, the Constitution made it clear that property could be taken away by a government for a public welfare. Now this you can understand in this way, like when metro constructivity was going on, so there were a lot of, like, for example, if the metro line has to go from here, okay, and there are a lot of slum areas here, so the slum areas were rehabilitated, okay, they were removed so that country's interest could be fulfilled and the metro lines could go, okay, because this metro lines had a very strong interconnectivity, or you can say a very strong transportation and communicative network. So they were saying, Constitution basically said that if a land is owned by an individual, and if it is required for public welfare, it can be taken by the government. So यहाँ पर एक already kind of right to property पे a certain limitations लग गई. Okay, since 1950, government made many laws that limited the right to property. Now after 1950s or during 1950s, government even started making laws जिससे already right to property limited हो गई. This right was at the center of a long debate regarding the rights, and the directive principles was again continued. Now what happened finally in 1973? Okay, the Supreme Court gave a decision that the right to property was not part of the basic structure of the Constitution, and therefore Parliament has power to abridge this right by an amendment. Now since we were talking about basic structure of the Constitution, the Keshwananda Bharati case, so in this year, which year, 1973, the Supreme Court basically said that right to property, okay, it is not in sync with the basic structure of the Constitution, so the government can make certain kind of amendment on this right to property, and this right to property is no more part of the fundamental right, और उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट अमेंडमेंट इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकती है and has the power to abridge this right by amendment. Now what is abridged? Now you can understand it. कट कर देना, मतलब जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर उसको लेकर लीगल आर्टिकल लिखा है या कोई कोर्ट लिखा है, सो उसको कट शॉर्ट कर देना, जबकि उसका सेंस वही रहे. ओके, दैट बेसिकली मीन्स एब्रिश्ड, और इन दिस डिबेट इट बेसिकली मीन्स कर्टेल्ड. ओके, उस पर रोक लगा देना. In 1978, the 44th Amendment to the Constitution removed the right to property from the list of fundamental rights and converted into a simple legal right under Article 30A. Now what happened? This right was removed from fundamental right and it was just a basic legal right. Okay, under which article? Article 300A. What difference do you think the change of status make to the right to property? Now basically there is a question कि इसमें change क्या हुआ होगा. Now see, understand, if someone is rich, okay, that person can actually have an end amount of land. which was already happening in the British time. Then what is the difference? What were Britishers doing? They were taking a lot of taxes, and the poor were selling their land, and the land was actually washing away from the poor peasants. Okay, so the landlords, they were having excessive amount of land. So एक uneven division create होता है. ओके हमारा सोशल एम ही क्या है सोसाइटी के अंदर इक्वालिटी लाना. एंड अगेन दिस राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी कैन सम हाउ क्रिएट disbalance among the society. So this right was removed from the fundamental right.